All right, YouTube, it is 8:22 at night, and we are going to make a tier list. I play console, PlayStation 5, so this is going to be console based of what I experience, not off what I see streamers play or anything like that. I currently am Plat 4 support and Plat 5 DPS. To start off, we are going to do supports. Lucio. I play a lot of Lucio. I like Lucio, but he is hard to play. I got a coaching session from Spilo, and it turns out I'm doing a lot of stuff wrong that I thought I might be doing right. So I'm gonna put Lucio in A tier for the ranks that I'm in. Like, other than like when I'm playing against Lucio, I feel like he's pretty easy to kill, regardless of if I'm playing DPS or support. So the odd time you'll run into a cracked Lucio, like me. But yeah, so A tier for Lucio. I feel like that's a good start. Mercy. Not gonna lie, I've had some cracked Mercies in some of my games on my team and playing against. Revives are huge. Her damage boost has just been crazy for Sojourn because she's just got a huge buff lately. I'm gonna put her in A tier. Just keep it real simple. Another A tier. Now, who else do we have? Zen. I feel like Zen's fairly squishy for the ranks that I play. Depending on the team comp and their team, Zen can thrive. Have found that Zen has been a pretty easy pick, and most of the time the games that I play, the Zenyatta will not last long and they're switching. The odd time, paired up with the right DPS character or tank, her orb, you will die so quick. I have been on the other side of that, and it's not fun. She's gonna be, or he's gonna be, the first B tier character. Can be low A. This can change the more I think about it, but like Lucio is almost an S tier, but I just for my, like, I'm thinking pro play, Lucio and Zen are a little bit higher, Mercy a little bit lower, but for the ranks that I'm seeing, that's what you're getting from me. Ana. I still think Ana's like a high A. Her nade is just super good if she can hit good sleeves. I just recently started playing Ana this season when Maga didn't get his nerfs, and I can say, like, she is so fun to play. I used to think she was boring, but her nades are satisfying, the sleeps are so satisfying. Her 1v1 potential with your aim on controller actually isn't too bad, I found. But yeah, now let's go down the list. Moira. I love Moira. She is S tier for me. Like, I have like 40 hours on her in competitive. She's my go-to, my fallback. How are other Moiras when I play against them? There are good ones. I don't want to be biased or anything, but I feel like I'm one of the better Moiras in where I sit. She's not very situational for me. Like, I can play her on any map and get real good value out of her. Where do we stick her? I'm thinking B or A for sure. Let's stick her in B just for now. High B. Just because if you time her fade, if you watch her fade, she can 1v1 good. Her 1v1s are good. If she chucks a heal orb, she can 1v1 really good. But if you watch her fade, she's got nothing, right? She's really helpless without that. So, high B. Brig. I don't see a lot of her that gets a lot of value. I tend to go her every now and then. Let's see, what maps would I go wrong? I like her on first point of Junker Town. Honestly, you got those couple little buildings there. They got to come out. You can whip them back. But other than that, like, I don't touch her. Even on Junkertown first point, I won't touch her. I'm gonna stick her in C. There are better choices in a lot of cases for her. I'm pretty happy with this list so far. Did I miss anyone on these ones? Kariko. I'm gonna put her in S tier, and I don't play her, but I've played against her and have had her on my team, where she has just totally taken over. Suzu is one of the best abilities in the game, I will say. I think a lot of people will agree with me. Being able to cleanse effects like nade and like ultimates, Junker Queen's ultimate. Just like if you time a bunch of ults on perfect time, you can cleanse a lot of things and be huge help. Whatever Kiriko's weapons are called, the kunais, little sword thingies, those are super good. She hits you two times in the head as Tracer, you're dead. Widow, you're dead. Yeah, she can TP out. S tier for me. Weaver, I think Weaver's another A tier. We'll stick him in between Lucio and Mercy. I just think that his tree, like the tree of life, it's just, if you stick that in a certain situation, that's a fight winner, instant fight winner. The grip, if they're positioned good, they know how to play the map and take their angles and stay out of the line of fire and be able to grip guys out of the line of fire, is just huge. And another character that I do not play. Oh, I missed Baptiste. Another A tier character. Immortality, I don't even have to explain it. It will bail you out. You think you have a bat low? No, they pop immortality. By that time, they got a teammate coming to help. They got their health up. They have their regen. They can jump high. They can get from low ground to high ground. He's just really good. No need to go into further detail. And the last one is Iliari. Pylon, if his position good, does all the work. I'm going to stick her high B. That could be debatable for an A tier character, but that is my support. List. All right, the first tank that we're starting off with is Rhine. Let me see. Let me think. I'm okay if I see if the other team has a Rhine. That's kind of how I'm thinking about it. It shatters, like I could time shatter usually every time if I'm all tracking. It's pretty predictable, almost like Death Blossom. I'm gonna put him in C. Oops. Yeah, I'm gonna put him in C. He's situational, I would say at best. Other choices would be better, like Ramatra. I missed Hog. I'm bad. Okay. I was already thinking about this, which is going to be my S tier tank, and I want to say it's Hog. His sustain right now is just and like he can, if he knows how to play around his cooldowns, super hard to kill. If he has good supports, he's super hard to kill. I don't really like his ultimate. Besides his, like, depending on the map, he can blast you to another continent. But other than that, like him being able to stay alive and not die, and you're having to pump so much resources into him. That's why you should, if the team is good and they have communications, which most of the time they don't, you shoot everyone but the Hog first. And that's totally fine. Then once the Hog has no resources being pumped into him, then he's kind of like a Malga and can be killed. But on to Orlorisa. Sniper Horse. Still with the update of no fallout damage, I don't really panic when I see her. She can be hard to kill sometimes. I would say high B. Could be killed if the team knows how to play around his cooldowns, when he goes gold. Winton. I can think of a couple times where I've respected of how good a Winton is. Where I'm like, wow, this guy is crazy. Just diving backline, not worrying about a tank, diving in, diving out, soft diving. And then all the times it's like, okay, this guy has no idea what he's doing. He's solo diving. It's a free kill he's feeding. And I see more of that than I do. So I'm going to put him B. Zarya, a counter tank. Grav is kind of good. I'm going to put her B tier again. Keep it short. Grav is good if you have it with something to pair it up with. Doomfist. I'm putting Doomfist in A tier. I have no idea what I'm doing on Doomfist when I pick him. If you run into a good Doomfist, you kind of got to respect it. It's kind of like a Genji, right? You respect it, and that's that. Like, he can be a B based on your skill and your mechanics, right? But I'm thinking that I've been running into more people that kind of know what they're doing on him. On to the next. Ball. Yeah, D tier tank. End of story. Sig, A tier. High A tier. Debatably S tier. He's a good tank he's hard to kill. He has a suck, the rock. Okay, and I'm missing a D. Oh yeah, okay, Diva. She's when I play tank, she's my go-to. I like her. To kind of, I'm gonna put her in high B. I like seeing like these. Like I think like how to deal with tanks. Like how like when I see a Diva or an Orisa or Winston, Zarya on the other team, I'm like, oh fuck, okay, let's like if we play smart, these guys are pretty killable. And then with these two guys, Zig, Doomfist, it is, you know, a little bit different. Hog, it's like, oh fuck, especially on like the maps like Ilios or whatever with the big well. The hook, I'm watching my teammates. I'm like, do not go by this well. You can see him sitting there. You can just see him waiting for a hook. He's just big breathing, and it's so that's going through my mind when I'm making this tier list is how hard is it to play against these guys. Debatable, very debatable. You know, if you have a good Ana that lands nades, then you're pretty much like he's killable. But it's all based on the team comp that they have and the team comp that you have. That's why Overwatch is kind of like chess to me. Like that's why I have such a fun time playing it, because all the different combinations that you could put together. That's what drew me to the game. Yeah, Junker Queen, C tier. Her ult is an Ana nade, takes up a lot of time to build. I like playing her. Like if the other team has a Junker Queen, okay, I'll go Junker Queen because it's a pretty good matchup. But any of these tanks, I feel like are just a way better pick. Enough on her. C tier. Ramattra, A tier. Instant A tier. Almost S tier. Do I want to put him S tier? I'm gonna put him S tier. I think. I get scared when I see his ultimate. Like maybe there's a way to counter it that I'm not like really seeing, but like every time I see it, it just looks so scary. Everyone dies. His nemesis form, whatever it's called, or like where he starts punching you, is crazy. He's good at throwing his little like slow vortex. He's good at the shield. If you look on your team, you have your 2 DPS, your 2 supports. What tank are you always okay with? I'm sure everyone's okay with the Ramattra player, right? Everyone's like, oh yeah, we got a Ram. That's good. He's a safe pick, right? Fairly safe. Last but not least, this mother Malga. What can I say? It's just so good. Even with the nerfs, he is an A tier tank. Fairly hard to kill, not impossible. So that is the tank tier list. Now, the juice. Ladies and gentlemen, we are getting into the DPS. First, Bastion. See, turret mode, great. We'll mow you down. What does everybody do? You just hide until it's gone. Doof, shoots his nade. Hide until it's gone. Killable, very killable. Cassidy. On a lot of PC top 500 tier lists or whatever, Cass is really normally like low, middle. Cass has given me nothing but problems. Like sometimes he's really killable. We are gonna stick Cassidy in high B tier just because his nade is stupid. No, I think B is a good place for him. Genji also. As a support, I go Moira and just destroy Genji's. Remember, this is all I've only got up to plat. This is strictly based off what I've played. Yeah, I'm gonna stick him in B. I'm gonna stick him above Cass, and I'm okay with that. Hanzo, his stupid fucking spam arrows that one-shot you. Fairly squishy. I'm gonna put him high B. His ult, the dragon, like it's been a while since I've gotten killed by one. It feels like it's basically like a crowd control. Create some space, push some people off point. I'll admit I have lost some 1v1s to him where he just launches a fucking arrow and bump, hits me in the head, and I'm dead. Junk rat. I've had some annoying junk rats. I'm sure everybody has. For the most part, he's fairly manageable. I'm gonna stick him in B tier, above Cassidy, below Genji. Mei, first A tier character. I think she's really good. She can heal herself. Her walls are massive. If she's good with her aim, her snowballs, her icicles or whatever, or just destroy you. Pharah, she's my, when I play DPS, she's like, used to be my go-to, not so much anymore. So, Pharah. Without a mercy, you are a C tier character, right? I hate to see my girl down here, but right now, without a mercy, she is a C tier character. Remember now, this is for console tier list, not PC. Calling Reaper. Also, high B, low A. I call Reaper the destroyer of all tanks. Like, he just claps any tank up close. Like, I could get flamed for this tier list. Like, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, but this is just based on my opinion. I think Reaper slaps. I like going Reaper. Usually on like the controls. Like, you gotta. I don't pick him on every single map, but he is good. I think he's underrated. And he gets shit on quite a bit from a lot of people. But Soldier, another A tier above me. Helix is good. His heal station is ridiculous, and then he gets aimbot for his ultimate. So that's that. Symmetra turrets, again on control. If you have dummies, don't focus turret, kind of like Torb, I'm gonna put her A tier because she's pretty killable. No, I'm sticking Symmetra in C tier. She's situational at best. I'm happy with that. Torb, situational. Turret, I feel like is easy to kill. He's slow. If you just play around his little speed boost thing, he's fairly easy to kill. His little cheetah launcher is good if he spams it from far and just kind of hits you randomly, kind of like a Hanzo arrow or a May icicle. He doesn't do enough, and his turret doesn't do enough. Tracer, S tier already. I know, S tier. I've had crack tracers on my team. I've played against crack tracers. I'm just trying to learn her, just because like she is such a fun character. Can just like be so annoying to the backline, especially coming from a support player. She can just suck all your resources, take all your attention away from everybody else, and then next thing you know, I'm getting flamed in the chat because I wasn't healing my team. I couldn't because she was being a little annoying and taking all of my attention away. Widow, C tier. I don't see too many cracked Widow players unless they're zimming. Do not do that shit. Please do not do that. I just learned what that was a couple months ago, and someone said in my on our team is like, oh, this person's zimming for sure, and I was like, oh really? Like, it's hard to tell. Like, we kind of almost had the same stats, and I went and watched the VOD after, and it looked like she was on like fast forward, like she was like 2 times sped up, like her sensitivity, her 360s flicking. She was playing Soldier and just sliding, flicking, railing, everybody dying. I was like, oh, okay. Like, I had to see if I had it sped up on accident, and I didn't. So, not a good thing for the game, but it is what it is. Sombra, I like her. I have good games on her. I have bad games. I'll stick her between here. EMP is a little bit better. Virus is okay. You can 1v1 if the team's not all bunched up and they have like, as soon as someone else looks at her, like the way you play this Sombra is you don't hack first. As soon as you hack, that gives the enemy team a couple, like half a second it takes, and that's all a long time. You can get some action, some attention towards you. So what you do is you pop out of stealth, you virus, and then you shoot. But like, I've had games where she's just like hacking and running TPs out still, and it's like, okay, she's not doing anything. Yeah, she's being a little bit of annoying, but not as annoying. B tier is where she will live. Ashe, yeah, I'm gonna put her high B tier. Bob, like a 6th player, he's good. Yeah, she's definitely the best sniper in the game. She also snipes. I think she's better than Hanzo. Like, looking at Hanzo down here, like, her gun that can shoot fast and close range, like, yeah, and her dynamite, knockback. Echo, I mean, she's underrated if you ask me. Ultimate is good. I'm gonna stick her in A tier. Her ultimate is really underrated, how she can just copy. Apparently in Overwatch 1 she can copy her own teammates or something like that, which I think would be kind of cool. But yeah, that little like Illuminati thing that she has when you're like low health, that thing just destroys you. And Sojourn, S tier. Her railgun, what more do I need to say about her railgun other than she will just like to completely destroy you? Her little vortex thing, it's good crowd control, kind of like her slide is really good. She just has to play really positionally good, right? If she gets out of position, I feel like a tracer will take her in a 1v1, a soldier will take her in a 1v1, even an echo potentially can take her in a 1v1, but she has that rail. You gotta watch out. So this is my tier list for season 8, going into season 9 in about approximately a month. and let me know if you agree with it, disagree with it. I just went off the top of my head based on what I've seen in my games. Remember, I'm a DPS support player, so that's probably why you see a lot of A tier supports. This could be completely off, and I could have everything backwards. I was trying to not copy other guys' tier lists. I watch a lot of tier lists, but this is what you get from me, PlayStation 5. That being said, hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll talk to you guys soon.